BagFuel, baby.
That's my next tape. Yeah.
Your next tape gonna be Yeah?
Yeah. 6 A's.
6 days?
6 A's, yeah, with 6 A's.
6 A's?
Yeah.
No H? OT the Yeah.
I should spice it up.
Oh shit. Look.
Hey, he got that,
2,
you
3
know what I'm
years old.
saying? He's a rapper.
Set a couple PPPs up.
How were you able to maneuver through the PPP finesse? Because they jammed up a lot of dudes, man.
I fucking really have a LLC called OT The Real, and I really gotta pay fucking producers and engineers and fucking drivers and fucking gas. And I got all my shit on one bank card that says OT The Real. So every fucking time I get gas, it's coming from that, which is like $1 million a year. So like, fuck you. I damn sure I spent all that shit on music. I spent it going places. The fucking gas went up. It took everything.
No, ain't that?
So,
You watched it come out of that account. You can see it. It's just, I only got one account in my one bank account, and it's my fucking business account. OT The Real, that's it. It's my fucking bank account. Everything goes there.
well, I guess if y'all haven't guessed it, we got
Oh,
OT The Real in the
hey,
building,
there
you
you
know what I'm
go.
saying?
Ooh, now that's
BagFuel,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
shout
saying?
out
He
TD
telling you
Bank.
what's good.
Oh, man.
Shout out to TD Bank, although I bank with Chase.
the scammer bank.
Yo, listen.
They were
Chase,
taking too long. The fucking drive-through and shit was too long for me. I don't like doing mobile banking either. I'm old school. I like fucking going there and talking to someone.
Yeah, me too.
Man,
No,
do
I can
mobile
still
banking.
zing it around. Listen, I hear you, but with my savings and shit, I need my shit like in a fucking metal box. That you know what I mean? I want to feel it.
Safe deposit box?
Yeah, I got those two.
Nah, yeah, because you can't have the safe inside the crib now because it's too much home invasion and all that. We just was talking about stuff like that coming over here.
Yeah, man, this shit is disgusting. I don't keep nothing in my house, man. Nothing.
OT the Real. You sound
Philly.
You sound more like a mafia boss than a rapper, yo.
Nah, I don't know.
He said, "Don't indict me."
I don't know what that is.
He said, "Come on, oh."
So yo, so I mean, you know, we just have regular conversation and shit. So we don't do no Q&A and all that type of shit that's going on, but we like to talk about things that goes down with the business and everything. So how are you surviving in this climate with the music business?
Streams, shows, merch. We do little merch runs, but like the streams is the constant. You know what I'm saying? For me.
That's interesting.
And every time I drop, it's like building up. What are you saying? That's what.
No, because people, you know, Esso and I have spoken about the payouts and how it comes out. Most people don't feel like they get enough money.
Yeah, we probably don't get enough money, but we don't do what Apple and Spotify does to be available either. Like motherfuckers is like, yo, you know, more power to them. You know what I'm saying? I support what dudes do when they get all that money, but it's hard to have the reach that those platforms have. So I see a lot of cats, what they do is they'll put it out independently, like on like a certain way that they can distribute it. And then after like a couple weeks, you know what I'm saying, they'll put it on the platforms, you know what I'm saying? So everything ends up on the platforms eventually, right?
But my thing about the new age rapper.
I could be wrong too, don't fucking quote me.
No, we listening.
No, but the thing that I feel about the new age rapper that's young and old right now is the platforms are just like the record labels. But y'all are so dead set against going and messing with the record labels. But the platforms,
Not me. I'm a dog that nobody loves.
Because I'm just talking basically of how I look at things. There's a lot of rappers out here is like that they don't want to go with the label, but the platforms represent the same thing that the label represents. They're taking the majority of your money, and like OT said, they have reach. And
Big time reach.
It's the same thing. What were you gonna say though?
Remember when we spoke about artists pretending to be independent?
Yeah.
And you broke down why, because they don't want to be attached to the label. But now OT is really in the rap game. So there's a lot of artists who's not in the rap game thinking, oh, this guy said he's independent. F a label. When that dude is really part of a label. So now OT's like, this is the reach, this is what you need.
What are we chasing here, right? Yeah.
Exactly. So it's almost like the rappers or the influencers who's getting jammed up because of the crypto scams.
Okay.
Because the pump and dump, they put all their money in, say invest in that. They put in their money in, then they yank their money out, the shit go down. Same thing when these artists are like, I'm independent. It's a trick that's detrimental to the other artists. So to hear a dude like OT who runs his LLC, who runs his business, runs his merch, everything you've been saying for artists to do, that's really the play. That's why I'm asking about the splits of
Yeah, they're definitely
streaming.
I mean, when you get, I've never heard of anybody getting a lion's share, you know what I'm saying, of streaming, right? You got to up your worth and make yourself worth more too. I mean, I'm sure it can get better and better, but create your own platform. Then you talk about the platforms are as big as the labels, right? I feel like there's been certain people that have posted me. You got Gilly. Gilly is a platform. He's a person. He's the biggest platform. Him and Low. I think him and Wallow are the biggest. I do. I think they're bigger than any. I think everybody else, their shit's fake. The real numbers and the real blog, they're coming from real people. Real people. Real people. You know what I'm saying? I don't think, and another person like, then you got cats like Vinny Paz, Jedi Mind Tricks cats. They're post me on their Instagram, on their wall tab. This shit goes fucking crazy. A label would pay a fuck ton of money
to get them to
for
post
that.
you.
I don't know how much, but I'm just saying I know what that does.
It's part of marketing. It
gets the results of like 5 different things in one when one of those people.
Do you think that's the best marketing tactic right now versus being in magazines?
No,
radio?
if you got the money, then you can be in all that shit. But if you just got if all you got is your relationships, you can still, like you say, how have I been living? You know what I'm saying? How have I been surviving? I've been surviving off my relationships and off my fans. Real rap.
And rapping.
Yeah, well, that's
one thing Esso told me before anything else. That motherfucker got bars.
Oh, yeah.
I've not heard one person not say, you can't rap.
Nah, it's love, you know what I'm saying? A big person who brought attention to me too was Slay, you know what I'm saying? K Slay.
Yeah.
Someone who really gave a fuck and somebody who was committed like that, you know what I'm saying? So, that's another person that like it motivates me, to keep grinding and to keep going because I see what people did before me and shit. So I know, you know what I'm saying? I gotta keep carrying that shit. Fred the Godson, you know what I'm saying?
Fred, good dude.
Fred influenced my writing real heavy, big time.
In what way?
Like making me write better, making me give a fuck about like what I say in verses more, making me go back and find like weak shit I said and just scrapping that and putting a bomb there. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how I got, but anyways, the bars. It matters to me. It matters to me how good of a writer I can be without, sometimes too much is too much, you know what I'm saying? But, I've been surviving off that. I've been surviving off the people that give a fuck about like lyricism and shit. I like the drill music and shit too, but the only drill music that's gonna really live like that is the shit that people put dope lyrics on. The other shit is gonna slowly fade.
Literally, he just said that.
But if you put some dope lyrics on it, like even that dude Favi, he put some dope shit. That shit's fire. You know what I'm saying? He be saying some shit.
Yeah.
So that shit'll always be fire. Everything else I feel like will slowly melt off. You know what I'm saying? So, just surviving off the fans, off my supporters.
What was that process of really getting down with K Slay? Was you just grinding and then did Slay reach out to you? Like, because everybody says Slay was the first one. Every nigga that did a bid, every nigga that was spitting.
Yeah,
What's the process? But they don't never say, oh, Slay reached out to me or my man linked me with Slay.
Nah.
What was that like?
I was rocking with my homie Dennis, All City Promotion Company, was doing everything he could, kicking every door he could for me. And got in touch with a guy named Smitty.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on. This was years ago.
Oh, okay. Talk is cheap. Shout out to Smitty.
Shout out Smith. And All City Promotions and Smitty brought me up there to meet Slay. I met Slay the first time, you know what I'm saying? Slay didn't, Slay had seen me, but not a lot of people had seen me, like maybe a couple.
Probably just me. I actually was one of the first people to know OT the Real from Dutch from Philadelphia.
Absolutely.
Salute to Dutch.
Yep. Absolutely. And yeah, man, I went up there and did Slay, and then he was, he started inviting me back. Like, he was like, yo, he hit me. I got his number. He's like, yo, come on. So I just go up to Shade 45 as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? I still do. It's like the best thing that ever happened to fucking rap right now.
Okay.
Shade 45, man.
Shade 45?
Yeah, I think so. You know what I'm saying? But it made
Why you feel that way?
Because it made a home for people like me.
Okay.
Uncensored, all these different shows, all different times, all different days, millions of people constantly. It's not just one city, it's every city. I think it's a big deal. To me it was. From being in Philly, it's just pound
No, I just like to hear why it's a big deal to the people, because everybody has their own reason why they think that this station or this platform is a big deal. And I'm understanding where you're coming from, because the influence of K Slay has traveled on further and further. It's bigger than I ever thought that it was because, and I've been here. So sometimes when you're in the game with somebody and everybody's growing, you don't realize how big they are or what they've done, because they're doing so much stuff behind the scenes, making connections and doing things that you never knew about. So that's why I'm just curious about it, because the legacy of K Slay is crazy.
Yeah, man.
It's way iller than I ever thought it would have been or could have been or was. So I just want to shout out to K Slay on that tip too.
Big time.
Because everything, a lot of people come back to saying, you know, Slay gave me a shot, or Slay linked me, or they linked me with Slay and he gave me a shot. And I see the big deal, because it ain't a lot of people in this game like that right now.
You know, navigating through this game, right? You know, earlier you spoke about your LLC, your businesses and everything. What, like, artists who think the game is what it is, what are some angles or points of view that you can give an artist that you're like, this is really what it is? Because there's a lot of, they don't know. Matter of fact, what does it take to be OT the real, the rapper? Money, business, family, a man of the streets, the man of the people, a man of Philadelphia.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it consists of taking care of your family first, you know what I'm saying? Which I'm lucky, I got a great partner in my lady, you know what I'm saying? So I'm lucky she makes it easy for me to come out here and hunt and conquer shit, you know what I'm saying?
That's so important.
It's very important, man. You know, and some people, you know, more power to them, you know, some people got different living situations too. But for me, you know what I'm saying, that works for me. And it's about, you know, being smart, you know what I'm saying? You can't be foolish, man. You can't be foolish with your shit. You gotta,
what
you gotta
you mean
stay
by
alive.
that?
I remember I seen Wallow the other day. He was like, I see you. I was like, yeah, you know, he's like, nah, you staying alive. Staying alive out here. You know, motherfuckers is shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot. It's like that movie where they swimming in the sharks and then once in a while someone goes down. Where the fuck did he go? They coming out with the list.
Yeah.
About 2017, they're coming out with lists. Who's the hottest in Philly? There's fucking like 30 people, because it's a Philly. I feel like Philly's the home of the hardest spitter. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And
You from Philly? You supposed to?
It's been like,
come
I
on,
can't,
man.
I agree
No,
with you.
they spitting. They spitting.
I'm not-
But
it's not a
how
shot
you
at
gonna
New York.
designate them the hardest spitters?
I'm
I agree
saying,
with
I'm
him,
talking
actually.
about like in that lane. I feel like it's unfuckable. I feel like that's what developed me. You know what I'm saying? Into a lot of shit. I feel like a lot of swag and shit, a lot of like lingo and shit will come from New York. But you know, Philly doesn't have like a Manhattan, you know what I'm saying, with all these offices. It's nothing but fucking neighborhoods with just guns. And I don't mean guns like, I'm saying spitters. Like, these kids are fucking crazy. I mean, you watch that DVD era shit. I was like rapping in little shit back then and shit. I wasn't on them DVDs. Ain't nobody fucking pay attention to me. You got to get on them DVDs. And to get on them DVDs, you had to be a fucking god. Yeah, man.
No.
And you had to really
spitter.
be outside too, because you had to be outside on them fucking cameras. So, you know, I missed that, and then I went up for a while. So when I came home, that shit was over with. But, you know, I being locked up on State Road and battling every block, and then going upstate and doing all that shit, everything was real. Nah. You know what I'm saying? Guards in the towers and shit, looking down, thinking like it's a riot gonna start. You know, because it was real intense. And Philly, you know, seasoned that in me, definitely. That Philly put that in me, because like I said, I'm born and raised in Massachusetts. Yes, I left when I was a kid, so I got to Philly. I didn't have no influence from Philly style, but after listening to like Hollow Man and being around Petey Crack and E Ness, my bro Nice, I'm fucking at their cribs with them, you know, in Petey Crack's crib and shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching them record on his shit. And then, you know, I remember going to jail and sitting in jail being like, damn, I watch all these cats do this shit. Like, when I come home, whatever I can get my foothold in, I'm going hard, you know? So I guess it's about, somebody just started a business and someone asked them, what's what's your trick to doing the business? And he said, to just keep doing the next right thing. You know what I'm saying? And that means doing right by people too. You know what I'm saying? Because like we talked fucking years and years and years ago, I had absolutely nothing going on at all. You were giving me advice out of the kindness of your heart. You didn't have nothing to gain. You was just like, yo, hey, try this, hey, do this. And some of that shit sticks with me and I just keep going and you just keep doing right by people. And you might be broke doing right by people for a long time, but you'll get to live off your relationships in the end, right? You know what I'm saying? Because your relationships are forever. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's forever.
I mean,
my shit ain't jumping in fucking 10 years or something. SO, the new fucking, you and him holding down the biggest platform in
He
New
ain't
York.
gonna sign with me because he was supposed to sign with me already.
I'm calling Esso like, yo, I need some rollout,
Yo,
bring me up.
just so y'all know, I told Gabe this, he turned me down, y'all.
remember that, man.
He turned me down. He said, I don't want to go this way. This is
Hey, bro,
I respect it.
did you write this script?
Yo,
No.
he turned me down. He just said it off camera. He said, so that paperwork stuff started being talked.
Oh man,
He said it.
We've yet to receive any paperwork.
No, because he said, yo, listen.
Send it to John
I respect OT because he was one of the first dudes that introduced me to this new route. Love, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna spit. I'm gonna earn my credibility. I'm gonna make songs. I'm gonna make records with a whole lot of different people. I didn't know nothing about this route. So when he was telling me when you had the kitchen, you was like, yo, he had the whole vision for the kitchen and everything. And I was like, nah, OT. I said, yo, let me just do it. Let me do it this way. Let me secure this money and let's go straight marketing and promo. But I understand that that's not for everybody. And in the route that he took, I respect it so much because it was a way of just dealing with foundation. And that's the same thing, and that's the same route that I took when I started podcasting. He knew me before I was podding, YouTube. I wasn't doing none of this, you know what I'm saying? But people like that had me realize, like, yo, because Haim would be like, yo, let's just make a big splash, like, you know what I'm saying?
You see how he wanted to speed up your career? When we was doing it, I was like, yo, this is how we're gonna speed up everything. We should be good in 6 months. Everybody's gonna know your name. And he just kept saying, we gotta take our time. And I'm like, motherfucker.
Sometimes I guess it's about knowing when to throw the Hail Mary and knowing when to give Marshawn Lynch the ball, run it in the end zone up the middle. For me, like it was like I didn't really feel like it was gonna work like that. I felt like I'm like, listen, like who the fuck? They're not just because someone plasters me up somewhere. I'm like, who the fuck is this? Because of the music I'm making and stuff like that. I wasn't sure if things would connect, and I felt like the only way for it to connect was for me to show on Instagram,
I got you.
piece by piece. But I'll tell you, but don't get it twisted though. I'm always willing to talk. You know what I'm saying? Especially to you, brother.
I appreciate
Real
that.
rap, anytime.
I
Real rap.
appreciate that.
What was it like when you was spitting locked up? Because you just said the guards is looking at you. Did they ever?
I used to get stopped by I would be at Camp Hill and going to chow. A couple white shirts would stop me. These are old head white guys. You doing down there? That you down there rapping in the yard? And I'd be like, yes, sir. All right. I'm looking, yeah, sorry. No, I don't want no ticket or nothing at Camp Hill. I just got, all right, take it easy. All right, next day, dudes, dude from Detroit wants to battle you, blah, blah, blah. They're throwing fucking meats over the fence to us and shit, betting and shit. So I go, next thing you know, I'm going to chow to be like, hey, listen, the guard in the tower is calling down because it looks like you guys are in some shit. He's like, you get to that rapping shit again, boy. He's like, you're out of here. I was like, all right. He started calling me, started talking to me crazy. So I learned that, you can't draw too much attention to yourself in jail. But I made a name for myself doing that. And, I had to wear it too. Like, perfect example. Hino, Hollywood Hino. You know who Hino is? All right, I didn't know Hino. I knew I was locked upstate with his brother OJ. Okay. OJ looked like fucking Jason Pierre-Paul. I'm in the yard rapping. After chow one day, a couple fucking skinhead dudes, a couple of them were big, I was by myself. And they were saying shit behind me so that I hear it, so that I turn around and say fuck you and it'd be a big thing. But here comes Hino's brother, checking everybody, blah, 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 blah. And I came home from jail linked with him. He brought me to Hino. You know what I'm saying? Hino put me onto a lot of shit, a lot of people, man. Him and his brother OJ. So that's what it was like locked up. I made relationships with people. I remember because I was rapping in the yard, drawing attention to myself. You ask for that attention, not everybody's gonna like it, especially the white boys ain't really. Some of them,
Interesting.
Some of them not gonna like that because they're on their racist shit in there. Some of them are. Some of them are. Not ones that's with me. You know what I'm saying? We check that shit in the PC. Honestly, like that's a fact. But and where I was at, because we weren't having like that shit was laid back where I was at. But Camp Hill and Graterford and State Road and Philly weren't laid back. But where I ended up at Mercer, that was laid back. The other joints were.
Was that where you made the most connections at? Was in Mercer?
It was everywhere. It was every jail I was at. I mean, you live.
Somebody knows somebody in every single jail.
I'd say I came home and like Ab took me like AR Ab showed me like the most love. You know what I'm saying? Because of Philly. You know what I'm saying? And AR Ab showed me the most love. I came home from jail.
Everybody talks to everybody.
He's a good
for
dude.
for
That
him
dude,
to have
man, he's a
gotten
good
so
dude.
much time and all
He's
that. Everybody refers to him in Philly like to me he's one of the biggest dudes out of Philly that never made it big time.
I've talked to lawyers and I would bet money that he gives half that back. He's giving half that back. Absolutely. He's not getting all that. He's not getting more time than the famous people that we've heard of that I'm not gonna name.
But you gotta understand the origin of his name, AR.
Yeah, because
I know. He'd be like, it's assault rifle.
I met him. I came home from jail. He was already a rapper.
Dog.
I didn't know him. I'd heard stories about who knows what's true and stuff. 'Cause people say crazy fucking things about me that ain't true. So I just.
What's some crazy things you heard? Because it's like, I'm not gonna say, come on, what's one thing you like?
About
really?
what?
Something crazy that you done heard about yourself that you like, really?
I just can't, man.
I'll tell you a story, right? I remember I was talking to Fifth. I said, yo, bro, can I ask you this story? He's like, yeah, I heard you pulled a swordfish move in Connecticut.
What's that?
Remember how in the movie Swordfish with John Travolta, they were shooting at him and he went to the trunk and he pulled out like a big machine gun and let off? I had heard the same thing. He just laughed at me like.
I think back in like the early 2000s and the 90s and shit, you could get you could get certain shit off, and now like.
People really be believing these fucking erroneous stories about people.
I'm saying like life used to be a little bit more wild westish than it is.
I got you, but the stories that these people believe that make no sense. It like they love the entertainment.
No, that guy really did all that shit. I mean, 50 Cent. I mean, he's one of them people that.
Oh, he looked at me and said, "That's a crazy story. I don't know about that." He denied that, but
niggas love the entertainment. Now they love the fantasy. They like show me receipts.
Show me receipts, right? And then like the law enforcement is like, "Oh, look, he really did this."
I got it.
Yo, when I came home from jail, it was all about like. The reason people were listening to my music in the city was because they knew that I had just came home from a big coke case and I had just sat. So everything I said, and I was fucking with cats that was, and everything was, so it was a small thing. That's not something you're gonna take over the fucking world with, but Philadelphia paid attention to it. And then where I was from in Massachusetts was paid attention to it because it was the same type of time up there. And then what's in the middle of those two places?
New York,
right here, motherfucker. I'm
Jersey.
fucking coming every fucking day. You motherfuckers say there's something up here for me to do.
Exactly.
I'm coming up here. Because if there was something like, if there was all these businesses and companies and fucking like Viacom offices and shit in Philly, cats would be flocked to there more, but there ain't. So we gotta play New York. If you don't play New York, if you ain't one of these young boys who's, like you said, gets catapulted to the top the right way, like which I understand, is
it works for some people.
Yeah, it works.
Some people it doesn't work for them. I get it.
Yeah.
All right, with your business, have you selected, do you got management, do you got business manager? How are you navigating through these deals that you're getting from these different companies when you're doing the streaming and all of that?
From the same people that it's been who've been helping me, which is, I wouldn't give any of them a business
title,
but it's all forms of management, which you know what I'm saying is like, I got one guy pulling strings that. Everything he can do, getting me on all types of shit. Okay. And I got another guy who's really in the field and pulling me onto shit and being there with me when we do it. And
Okay, so that's 2 people.
and they work together. It's kind of like,
how many more people do you got? You got a lawyer, of course.
yeah, and let me get to that.
Okay.
So those guys finally got me with a distro company that, you know, the lawyer is the guy, you know, it's all in one, you know what I'm saying, which is Next Records, which is, you know what I'm saying, John Jekyllek, which is, you know, made life real easy for me. Because when I got questions, I got somebody who's...
Because you can call and you can
And they know
rely
I'm
on.
about business, so they're ready too, because they're like, yo, this is action, you know what I'm saying? And the action's getting bigger and bigger. So, yeah, I need that, because this shit, I don't fucking know. This shit is... If I was good at fucking figuring shit out, I'd be a fucking doctor or a rocket scientist. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning this shit as I go. So I need those people around me because I know I don't want to be the smartest person in the room because that means my
That's
room.
That's a bad move. If
it's not.
If you're the creative.
Oh well, no.
you're the
But if you're
smartest
around
person in
people
the
that you
room.
can't learn from, bro, you're
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Like,
If
it's
you're
still-
around people you can't learn from, you got to be around people that have seen, you know, seen people slip and fall and help you avoid that and help you get out of shit like that and, you know, compare your shit to what's going on in the other shit to get a gauge for where you're at. You know what I mean? Like, it works for me and it's working.
Did you ever think about going the investor route? Because you got the people that you rock with, you know, it's a lot of people that's established, a lot of people that's coming up. They get the people who really want to be in the music business. They put a couple $100,000 up and they invest in you with the project, like how when we learned about the Joel or Ortiz and the Crooked Eye situation, how they got an independent investor that'll invest in you and pay for some of them things that the record labels
But
not
here's the
gonna pay
deal.
for.
So now let's talk about the what's.
Okay.
Because like, yeah, the format of why don't we do this and why don't we set up like this? Yeah, of course. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But now let's talk about what those people are doing.
Okay.
Because just putting up money, like if I'm cooking a chi-chi in a cell and I got meat, sausage, and cheese and all this shit, and somebody comes like, yo, let me throw in on that, and they're just putting 2 soups in. I got soups. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, what is this money getting spent on? What ingredients are you bringing that I didn't already have to go fucking find and outside? I already fucking went outside and found them all. You made me. You know what I'm saying? So like, now it's like, all right, cool. I'm definitely down to break bread. Everybody who knows me knows that. But it would have to equate right. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, it would just be a bank like a record label.
yeah, we're just giving you a bag to run
platform
around.
because it
And there's
might be
lots of
things
ways
that
to
you don't
pay.
want to pay for. Yeah, like it's travel. Like I always tell people this. When you live in the life of a rapper or somebody who entertains people, people want to see you and they want to touch you, right? Travel is expensive if they aren't booking you to be out there.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If you're getting booked and they're paying for your travel, you show up.
Everything up.
And you do your shows, cool. But there are times when you're not getting booked and you need to be at the Grammys or you need to be at the MTV Awards or you need to be at this conference or wherever people's gonna be at because that's how you build the relationships. That's more of, I feel like, what the investors represent for you. They bring you money and capital to do things simpler than you would be able to do it before and more. So now it's 8, 10 big times going on. You're booked out for the year. Your hotels is there. And now it's up to you to go down there to make the impression, to make the connections, and to thus bring money back in. That's what I think it serves for people. They're not looking for them. Yes, when you sign to a label, they have people on the East Coast, West Coast, worldwide that's dedicated to your project. I got you.
Right.
But somebody who has money that's dedicated to you can surpass that if you use the money right because you're running around for years and you have a lot of connections with a lot of rappers, with North Face, you do campaigns, modeling, all different types of things that you're doing. Maybe a big splash of $250,000 might take your business to the whole nother level.
You heard him.
And also, based on your look, I'm surprised you haven't done more television or movies.
I've been doing some independent films and stuff, but I would like to, keep indulging in that. I've been, having some private lessons and classes and stuff that I haven't been, You know, I don't put that on Instagram. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Well, no, just because I like to get my shit right.
He wants to get. He don't want nobody to know until there's a big splash. He gonna put it out. Me, I'm in class. Me, I'm at the independent joint. Get me on camera. I'm showing y'all everything that I'm doing so you know what's coming, because I told them about promo. Somebody might just like your swag and then see you're doing this and reach out to you. You're notable. You got a lot of followers already. Your popularity's growing. You're making a couple dollars. You're hooked in with people. It might just be somebody knowing and seeing that you're actually doing it to give you an opportunity.
His look and his voice gives him a lot of versatility. He could play like a CEO in a movie, or a Russian mob boss, or a skinhead.
Funny, I just played a Russian mob boss.
Yeah,
I shot somebody. Not for nothing. Coming out next year. Movie Not for Nothing. Make sure you check that out. Shout out to him
he
now.
could easily be a John Wick villain.
Yeah, he could be a John Wick villain.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with that. I'm with all that.
How'd you get the situation with North Face? I didn't even know that.
My relationship.
Like
I did an ad with North Face. So North Face came through and did something years ago in the city, like 2018, and they hit me up, and they had me do a whole ad and everything.
how'd they find you? Like, what was?
Through people that worked at one of the big companies, the sneaker companies. It was Kicks USA at the time.
Kicks USA.
Okay.
Kicks USA didn't pick, had their people pick certain rappers and shit, and then that turned into Snipes. Now it's Snipes.
Yeah.
And Snipes got a whole new situation. North Face came through to pick the hottest rap that they thought in Philly again, and now it's me again with a whole new group. That's what I'm saying. They keep making these lists. I'm saying I keep ending up on these lists, so that's why.
That's a good thing.
But you can't put no fucking weight on no shit like that. But when you're on it, cool. When you're not, fuck it. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. If you have a good game, good. And if you don't, fuck it. When's the next game?
When's the next game?
That's how I get down. They have to. You have to be mentally. You can't be breakable.
So with the radio play, I mean, I see you rocking with Cosmic Kev. Did you ever think to just try to take over Philly radio? Do you ever think to just, because you got the relationship? I always wanted to ask this question. If I got a relationship with DJs and I'm a rapper, I'm just going to ask them, what can I give you that you're going to play? What fits in the playlist?
Right.
That's how I attack it, right? Other people just be like, no, I'm just gonna do my shit. I'm just gonna do my shit. What's the point of having the relationship if you can't get the inside mind on what you like playing? What's the wave? Did you ever think about just taking over Philly radio with freestyles and or songs, partnering with Cosmic Kev and whatever other DJs is there?
Absolutely. I think every artist in Philly wants to do as much work with Cosmic Kev as possible, because not just for the benefit of themselves, but that relationship with him, because he's another person who cares. You know what I'm saying? Who keeps that bar. Because listen, the radio ain't playing the Shook Ones instrumental for us to, and you know what I'm saying? Quiet Storm, that's not what people listening to the radio want to hear. They want to hear these little baby beats, so sometimes when you go on them platforms, you got to be more versatile than just a boom bap bar spitter, because those radio shows that you can go rap on, you're kind of like breaking the whole fucking program up when you start putting 90s beats on and letting your man freestyle. So like Cosmic Kev put me on. That's why if you hear me rapping on, like, I just did DJ Scream and Bootleg Kev just like 2 months ago. I did both their shows, shout out them. And I rapped over like ESTG beats and shit. Cause like and then I watched like my fans shit started changing. Like my numbers was going up and I was getting all these fans and I was looking at certain kids' pages, some kids were even younger and shit. And I was like, damn, Kev was right. Like Kev was telling me like, you rap on these joints. You can still, it's the same speed. And you know who else does that shit and gives you the blueprint for that is Meek. Cause Meek still be rapping on a lot of shit and he's fire, man. But he just be staying commercial because that's the sport, you know what I'm saying?
So Meek had said something similar to you like
well,
that?
no, Meek I just watched and saw.
Oh,
that
okay,
shit,
you seen.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. I talked to him like one time on the phone, man.
What was that like?
That was when they had me doing that, we had this big online battle on Instagram Live when Meek and Mel Carter and all them had me going and ended up me and Keen Streets and it was about to happen.
I forgot about that.
And the day it was supposed to happen, Nipsey had got killed on the day it was kind of, yeah, man. So that, you know what I mean?
Did you ever think about doing a record with like a Mike Knox?
Yeah, I fuck with Mike Knox.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I
y'all
like-
voices, because y'all
voices.
y'all voices to
It's
me.
fine. I talk to him
on a
sometimes.
record.
Yeah, I fuck with Mike Knox. Yeah, he's another person who, you know what I'm saying, got a good name and got real good relationships and, you know what I'm saying, set the blueprint for a lot of younger cats in the city about, like, he came right home and was right back, you know what I'm saying, because of his relationships, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like both of y'all are on the cusp. The thing that I like about the way, and I just met Mike Knox for the first time, but the way that I like that he understands and he thinks about the business. He thinks about the business more on the end of, on a commercialism side like me. He understands, he's thinking about the money. He's thinking about how to use the relationships to navigate. I talked to him about getting his song synced on BMF and all that. He had did that already. He's doing things that I feel like that if people merge with what he's doing, with what they're doing, that's the recipe for Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. I think if people understood where he's coming from, he's not using 50, but he's parlaying the freaking relationship with him, and he's not
That's his friend, yeah.
Yeah,
The fuck?
but he's also putting a different style of work in and knowing the business side of it. Everybody's not gonna sit down and teach you the business side of it.
Right.
Him knowing the business side of it has opened up his mind to me to different things that I hear other rappers thinking about and doing. He is focused on money as well as the craft. And I see a lot of rappers focus on the craft and thinking that the money's gonna come later. But knowing about the money, knowing about the back end publishing companies, get the advantages of having your own publishing company, knowing now it's really 200% of a song, not really 100% of the song. That's a big deal because people are missing out on money that they actually could be making off of their material, and knowing how to make this money will be like, oh, that's why he does this, and that's why he does that. I never realized that that's why he does it. Yeah, because they're making their money still, and they're getting a lump sum of it. And when people know that, I feel like Memphis, Tennessee is a hotbed because of this, because they have somebody like Yo Gotti letting out money back, and bringing on people who actually know about how to really make money off the business. You know what I'm saying?
I think moving around and really moving around like constantly is the next realm. You know what I'm
the level
saying?
for you.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What you mean by like moving around?
Like really moving around. Like, you know, I done did a little like shows here and there, you know what I'm saying? But doing that last tour with Benny and then seeing like what people are doing overseas and stuff like that, and you know, it's definitely so we've been working on that these last couple months, just getting something going for later this year.
It's different with a family though, right? Because you gotta get your family mind accustomed to not being there. Because me and him gotta be out more. Me and him was just talking about this because of the position that we in. We gotta be out more. We cannot not be at the Grammys. We cannot not be in Miami.
Super Bowl weekend.
And Super Bowl, this is all what we're doing. And although people think it's partying, that's how you build your relationships. That's where people start to take you
Because the people
seriously.
you want to get with, the people that you need to get with are partying.
Yeah, they're partying there.
Listen, I'm vicious. I'll be out sometimes with water and ice in a cup, looking like I'm drinking, just to be able to stay going
Same here.
until 2, 3 in the
They
morning.
going till 2, 3 in the
Yeah,
morning.
because I got to get up at 6 a.m., take care of my youngins and get them to school, you know? But when I don't got to be, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I learned is when you're home, you gotta not just be home, but really be present. So like, when I'm trying to do shit when I'm home, I really try to do as much as I can, because when I gotta go, I gotta go. So, and you know, we've all been together through this whole thing. You know, I came home and, you know, was basically with my family basically since I came home. And we've had 2 more since then. So like, I got 3 kids. We've all come through this together. It isn't like a switch just turned on one day. This is how it's always been going. I've always been having to slide, but when I'm home, I'm home, you know what I'm saying? And when it's time to slide, you gotta slide, you know what I'm saying? And you can't fuck around with your bread. You gotta be disciplined with your money and shit, man. You gotta be at first, because once you build up, like I say, once you save up, once you get your first 100 racks, like you can kind of like breathe, I feel like. I feel like
And y'all be talking to me about $5,000. He talking about his first.
Well, I'm saying, like,
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
He's under the impression
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
that everyone in America has $5,000.
They do. They just spend it on bullshit.
Hold on.
They do.
From being from Philly.
I mean, if you watch how much money people spend on drugs and shit, yeah, a lot of people do have money.
That's what I'm trying to tell
But
you.
they get the money spaced out and it don't feel like they got it.
Thank
'cause
you.
They don't let it accumulate.
But here's where
when I came home from jail, bro, I had this little, I had a crib I was on parole in, but then I had a crib I was like getting busy in, and I, just a mattress on the floor, all smokers. You know what I'm saying? I had my own lock on the door, and I was in there, and like I'd be going and getting little chicken tender and fries platters. I had a TV on the floor with football on. I'm in there smoking gas. Not worried about.
You know what I'm hearing?
And hold on,
sorry.
it let me accumulate. Like I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. My chick seen that it was like mattress on the floor and little traffic, little fucked up thing, but they seen the progression of it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to. Bears hibernate. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to hibernate. You can't really hibernate as a fucking artist for too long. But yeah, you got to hibernate sometimes. So when you're out there, you got to stack. You're not always gonna have. Some of you kids might be in the streets trapping, and you might have this one cutty that pulls up, and you make like $1,700 every time off them. And after like 2-3 months of that, you're like, damn, like my life is fucking easy. And then all of a sudden, that dude don't call no more, and all of a sudden, you can't even go make $50 real quick. So like, when you do have all them licks, and that's how it translates to music, like North Face and all these other companies and shit, start hitting you up. And when they hit you up, they all hit you at once. Everybody, it's like a fucking girlfriend. Nobody wants to give you pussy.
Until you got a girl.
Yo, let me take
As soon as you get a girlfriend, they're like, yo, I got that for
And
you.
it's like that
been?
with music too. It's like that with music too. It's like that with everything. These kids get hot. And when they get hot, everybody wants to fuck with them. And they know that. And so then they get reclusive. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, yo, I don't want to just fuck with anybody. They start to look like assholes. I watch the whole process.
Yeah.
They're really not assholes. They just don't want to fucking...
They're just scared.
They don't want to jump on a dolphin and find out it's a shark.
But they're mad. But this is why you need to have people around you, because this is the business. When you work hard for people to want to rock with you, don't be mad because you put the work in and you finally got a hit single and now Timberland's calling you and Puffy's calling you. Don't get mad at them.
Embrace it.
They've been waiting for you to get to the level for them to call you, and that's why they're trying to bring you up. Don't get reclusive. Go towards it.
Yeah.
But I want to go back
Go to the love, real rap.
to saying how you was locked in eating chicken tenders, right? Well, no, and what I want to
Like
say.
chicken tenders is a bad meal.
No. I think it's dope. But
That's right every day.
But what I learned,
I'm
and same
fucking the
thing.
chicken tenders.
Your vices don't overrun you.
Nah, you not.
So you're locked into hibernating. You're like, I don't care if I miss this party. I don't care. But in America, people are going through so much bullshit. They gotta go drop that $100 at the bar. You like, just like, huh?
And I've been both. I've been felt like Friday night, Saturday night came, and I've been like, damn, I don't got nothing to do. I'm gonna go out and fucking get into something. But that becomes addictive to people. And then all of a sudden, they can't have a weekend where they don't go spend a nickel to a stack, and they can't stack and get over that.
Guess what they can't
50,
do? Have that 5,000.
5,000, because as soon as you have 5,000, you can make a move where you're gonna turn that into 78.
That's what I'm saying.
And then and if you can hibernate a little bit longer, all of a sudden, you got 10 bands folded up in your closet.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The majority of this country, their escapism after doing 40, 50 hours is those little two.
But that's not what we talked about. You're diverting. That is not. Now you're changing the narrative.
I never.
It doesn't matter what your vice is. It doesn't matter
Yes,
what
it does.
No, you said they don't have it.
They don't have it.
No, now you're making an excuse. No.
Okay.
And I said this on the camera. I said they do have it. They're just spending it on what they want to spend it on. Now, and I said that. I said, how many people have $1,500 in their account and go spend $5,000 on Christmas? That's what they do. That means they have it. It doesn't. I don't care if you work 1,000 joints a week. If you choose to go spend your money on the weekend, that's what you choose to do. Yeah. But you have the money.
All I'm saying is, it's very simple. The people that can hibernate and do that is way smaller in scale than the people that's
you can't. It's hard to hibernate if you have a fucking heroin addiction. It's hard to and stack money. It's hard to hibernate.
Think about in COVID. People were losing their mind. I can't go outside. No one could go outside.
That's a lie.
So yo,
people made the most money they ever made during.
That's because everybody. That's because listen.
He's talking about dudes that wanted vagina. This is all he's talking about.
No, dudes that wanna go outside.
They
Chasing
going
pussy.
outside because they were chasing vagina.
So they had to get clothes. They had to do all that.
Exactly. There was no reason to go buy clothes and do all this
Nothing.
in COVID, but they were still chasing vagina. They were going to the private strip club. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. They were having a private party, spending their money, and those are the same people to come by and be like, I don't have $5,000. Yes, you do.
No, because guess what? Everyone's inside and they're like, I still gotta be outside. Why? Enjoy the fact that we can all chill. I just look at it like this. Sometimes people are in a living situation and they don't enjoy where they at. They need that escapism.
Yeah, it's true.
I think it's a special mental.
I know people that don't save and they're like, yeah, well, that shit's not fun. Like, I just want to have fun. Like, and you know what though?
crazy.
You know what though? But you know what though? But hold up though. Some of them are happy though.
They are.
Super happy.
Yo. They be the happiest ones.
They be happy. They be like, yeah, I don't know.
I spend all my money and I struggle for a week or so. I might have to beg and pay back and all that. But you know what? I'm having a good time with my shit.
They're not. Yeah.
That doesn't make me feel good. I hate bills. Okay, I like to outright
Are you the
spend
minority
my
or the
money.
majority?
I'm the minority. I out and out spend my money on. I pay off all my bills every month. Like if a bill carries over, even if it's $400, I'll be like, yo, I ain't pay on my bill. Shit fucked up. All right? So even when I went to go get my brand new car, I didn't have to put no money down. They let me go walk right off the lot with not a single dollar down. And that's what I do. I pay my bills monthly. Period. And I do that because I want to do what I want to do. I like to eat out. I like to travel. And most of all, I like to be comfortable. Being comfortable for me is the good time.
Yeah, being comfortable is priceless.
Yo, it's the good time. So while people running around trying to say, well, I'm spending this, I'm spending that, a lot of these people never get a chance. And this is something that my wife says. The reason why I'm different because I have had a chance to know what it feels like to actually be comfortable.
In what sense?
Financially, mentally, emotionally, family. I've been comfortable. I've had more money at times than I've ever needed or wanted, right? I've had all types of women that I've ever wanted. I've always been given clothes and everything. I have had a chance to sit down. I've sat down and said, damn, I got mad savings and I've gone. I just came back from a trip and I have nothing to pay for. I'm comfortable. I can go eat out every day if I want to. Even to this day, I eat out every day.
I think comfortability is relative to a lot of people. Just like OT just said, I can breathe at 100K.
No, well, like
You know what I mean?
Once you got that type of bread, because that's not a lot, but but if you sink it into something, chances are it's gonna grow more than you would need in that time period, so it will progress. You know what I'm saying?
But most people don't think to sink it into nothing.
No,
They're
they
not
blow it.
investing $100 grand.
I mean, when you start to see people hit 50, 60 years old and not have nothing, and be out and be running around outside and shit, doing the shit you did when you were 17, you'd be like, damn, like, you think about me, like, I don't got no fucking, pension coming or nothing like that. I've been in fucking the joint my whole life, in and out or on the run. So now I'm like, and hats off to all those guys though, who get up and work their ass off every day. But I didn't really, it was almost too late for me to get into some shit like that. Like I had to buckle down, and that's why I say when you get your hands on some money, don't even act like you don't even got it and put it into something. Just sink it somewhere because you sleep better at night.
That's the comfortability.
That's the comfortability. Sometimes, exactly. Like if I feel like if there's even if I'm just getting by with my daily routine, just enough to pay the bills and just getting by, enough to move around still, enough to do what I gotta do, but I got this, I done put this chunk of money up over here. I never gotta put no more into it ever again. It is what it is. It's only gonna roll down a hill and become a bigger snowball the whole time. I just gotta stay alive out here because that's so everyone, oh, we're not living. Shh. Hold on, do you see how big the snowball is over here? So that's why I got, right now for sale, right now, I got a piece of McDonald's parking lot for sale. I got like a 12-acre piece of commercial land for sale. I got a gas station for sale. I got 2 houses for sale that I'm all partnered up on with my LLC, with other LLCs. And that started from putting 20 grand down. You know what I'm saying? You know how I got my first money when I came home from jail? I was rapping, and these dudes came to me and they said, yo, there's a dude who follows you on Instagram, and he sells his annuity every year. Every year he sells his annuity, or not every year, every 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Some shit like that. He gets 2 mil, sells it for $1 mil. An annuity is like, say something happened to when you were younger, and when the court case, like not no weird shit, but just anything, like a fucking dumpster fell on your leg when you were younger, and the lawyers went and rumbled for you and got you like, oh, he gets $2 million a year. When he turns 18, he gets $2 million a year till he turns 30. That was the annuity. So now you just got that coming, right? So those people that are like, I have a structured settlement. Those people, they're calling you. Yo, sell us that fucking $2 million.
Yeah.
What do you want today?
Give us that shit right now. I'll give you $10 million right now. You give me that $2 million.
So it's a, you know, and it's been years and years, you know what I'm saying, since I did this. I didn't talk about this because I didn't understand, like, but everything's legal. So, you know, now I know that. You know, at then I didn't give a fuck. I was going for it. But they were like, yo, this dude follows you on the gram. And we want to give him 1.2. You know? We need somebody to holler at him. This is what do you want me to do? They're like, we're gonna fly you out to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have you go live on Instagram and see if this kid taps in. We'll pay you $500 a day, fly you out to Vegas.
Yo, see?
Just go live. They said, listen, just go live and see if he taps in.
They think I'll be bugging when I be telling them shit like this happening. They think I'll be bugging.
Let this roll.
Go on.
So look, so I get to Vegas, I go live. I meet some real live people out there in Vegas. Rest in peace, my bro, JoJo the Game God. I met some real great people in Vegas, and nobody tapped in. I went home. So I get home, I get a DM from the guy they wanted to get in touch with, and he said, "Yo, I didn't know you were out here. I just seen you out here. Next time you're out here, we gotta tap in. We gotta smoke." I'm like, what? So I hit them up. They say, we're flying you back to Vegas right now. I said, yo, hold on. I said, y'all gotta fly. My girl gotta come.
Y'all fly my girl.
But like these dudes were like, they weren't like nuts. They were really good dudes and they understood. They were like, yeah, fucking right. Yeah,
$500 to them is nothing.
They know that I'm a fucking beast salesman too. So but they're like, yo, just, you know, it's not like some shady shit, but like just when you talk to this cat, if it comes up, it comes up, and just let him know there's 1.2 instead of 1 on the table for him. So I'm coming to this cat. I'm talking to him for a little bit out in Vegas. We're talking, smoking. I say, look, man, here's the deal. You're getting the blah, 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 blah. And he's like, well, I'm like, look. Motherfuckers is giving me 1.2 and I'm getting paid. I know you fuck with my music and shit. I'm getting paid. I said, everybody's getting paid. Kid's like, yeah, no doubt. Boom, I stole a $2 million fish from J.G. Wentworth that day. Bing. So then they start sending me into the Bronx, into these housing complexes. I'm going in there and these kids, I'm knocking in the projects. Because I'll go in, I don't give a fuck. What's somebody gonna do, try to steal on me or something? Like, I'll just walk in, I look like a fucking, I don't know, just walk in the projects, just walk in. Like I belong there. Like I'm supposed to.
Yeah. You comfortable everywhere.
Well, even if you're comfortable, you can still get bit by a shark.
My wife fucks with OT, she's like, OT? You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but nobody knew me. This was back then.
This was before.
So I'm trying to get kids to like, keep doing, other kids who had other summers. I got a couple more kids to do it. And I got some money off it, but I ended up getting this dub, and I gave it to my man, and he went to a real estate auction, and put us up, I got some, you know, put us up, got us all these properties. We've been flipping the properties ever since, and now I never had to touch that again. I never had to touch that. Once I put that money up, it was all like 50. Once I put it all up, and I put it into that, I never got to touch that again. Like, I just got to survive out here and watch that shit snowball. Like that shit, like in like 6-7 years, that shit will be well over $1 million. Like, absolutely, unless something crazy happens with the country or something. But like, you know, I learned that there's guaranteed things out there that you can sink your bread into. That's my point. It's like there's safe bets out there, and you know, if
you gotta have a lot of money for the safe bet.
You gotta stack that bread. You gotta fucking put the mattress on the floor. Don't take Instagram pictures in your room. Get black t-shirts and white t-shirts. You wanna go to the bar? I'm saying, go be moving and shaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, be moving and shaking. Don't go to the bar on weekends. Be working at the bar on weekends. You know what I'm saying?
We know what you're saying.
No, the bartenders, the shop girls, everybody. Like, be you know, don't tip a stripper. Be a stripper. Be the money getter, man.
You ever tried to get a regular job?
Yeah, yo, I don't listen. Yeah. All right, so when I came home from jail, I was like, yo, I'm getting in this fucking construction union. Everyone's telling me I don't even know what the fuck it is.
And you was gonna keep rapping though, right?
I was gonna keep rapping, but I didn't, what was rapping? I was only rapping in the yard. Like there was no one else to, I was like putting shit on YouTube, rapping into a laptop mic. So I was going to these places and I walked into like a job place, this big company called Intech. There was a dude in there named, I remember his name was Brian Baird. He was a superintendent. And I walked in and I laid it my whole deal on. I'm like, listen, the companies are telling me if I want to get in the union, I got to go to the union hall and get a book. And when I go to the union hall to get a book, they're telling me I got to already be hired by a company to get a book. And when I come back to you, you're telling me, where's your book? I said, they're like, yeah, that's how it is. That's why they make it tough. You got to know somebody to get in. I said, I need to get in. He's like, bro, I got to be honest with you. I hired too many white guys in the last couple months. He said, if you come back in a couple months, he's like, but I can't do nothing for you right now. He's like, if you were any other ethnicity, I'd give you a job today. I said, you fucking serious? He's like, yeah, just right now, I can't do it. And I just started traveling.
Fuck it.
Yeah, I was like, but I wasn't like devastated. I wasn't like, damn, the world's fucked up. It was just like, I was more like, yo, ain't this some funny ass shit? Like, I was like, damn, like, no one's ever gonna believe this. I'm like, you know what? Like, this is just a sign from God just to keep going, keep rapping and trapping and running around. You know what I mean? That's what those first 2 years home, that's what I did. And then once I started to get some notoriety, and once I, had sunk that thing with the fucking,
20K,
once I stole the fucking, that's like a major, like that was
It's a heist.
Yeah, man.
That changed your
It's
life
an
a little
unregulated. It changed my life absolutely. Because I was rapping on Instagram and somebody seen me, and like a lot of phone calls. Also, another thing I would say, right, is if you're gonna start this music career, do it on a phone that you're never gonna have to change the number. So if you're gonna start this music career and you're busting traps off that phone, because that's how you're like, I ain't ever gonna blow up. I'm gonna do my thing. I gotta do it. I gotta get this money. So you're thinking like that, and then some shit really happens, and you're like, damn, like I've had crazy people call my phone. Suge Knight called my phone from jail. Really? Yeah, man.
How do you get your number?
He endorsed him as the go on. You tell the story.
There was some there was some cats that from Jersey that had heard me that were in touch with him and put him onto it, and he was watching in jail on the tablets, and they're watching it and shit, and he had got my number and called my phone, and he got me with Scott Storch and them the next week, and with Steve Lobel and them, and so like if I'd have been worried about changing that number because I was nasty on it, or I had some crazy relationship where I had to like change my number because some chick, it's anything. If I'd have did anything and played with that business phone, that number wouldn't have lived. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you really got to keep it.
It made me feel bad. I changed. I had a number for mad years, my 646 number, and I changed that.
Why'd you change it?
I just was like starting all over, because the business to me, remember, shit had gone on prior, so I kind of left the business for like a year and some change. So when I came back, I came back new. I was DJing, I was doing shit with Clue. That's when me and you met when I first came back. That's why Dutch called me like, oh, you back managing? Boom. And I changed my 646 number, and me hearing you talk, that was one of the biggest mistakes of my life.
Do you think?
Because there's still people who I have not.
Instagram made it so that it's not that big of a deal.
People don't know it's me though, OT.
Why?
Because they always say he looked different.
Because I look different because I grew my hair.
You got it. Once you see your face,
I fucking cut off.
Yo, I've seen people that
bro. Look, Cardinal Official is my man, right in Canada. He was watching me on other shows and was like, yo, I know this dude's voice, but I don't know. He reached out to me on DM and called Mr. Morgan to rock with Drake and said, Mr. Morgan, I thought you said you don't know this nigga, but he said he saw you in Chicago. Mr. Morgan like, I don't know no nigga with that name. Straight up and down. He offered to fly me out to the fest with Drake and all of that. And he asked me for my name so he could put me on the ticket. And when I said to my whole name, he was like, Bumba Clyde, this is I didn't know it was you.
No shit.
Puffy just saw me. Puffy looked at me, he's like, oh shit, you grew your hair, you cut your facial hair off, I didn't even know it was you. They don't know it's me.
Same thing with Hov, he didn't recognize
Hov didn't recognize me.
And you know them guys.
Yeah. Hopefully Clue will be around people and Clue will say my real name. He'd be like, yo, y'all know that's Rand. Niggas like, oh shit, Rand, we didn't even know it was you.
Okay, because it wasn't always that. So when I met you,
Nah, it wasn't always that so, but when you met me, it was.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
I know how it goes.
I mean, because I know you. So part of the reason you changed your number, whenever you're ready to move on, you scorch earth, nigga. Like, he'd be like, yo, I'm done. I blocked this motherfuckers. I changed everything. I'm like, why?
I get like that.
You too? Why is that?
Because I don't got time to think about what I'm gonna do to a motherfucker, man. Because I really want to think about what I gotta do next. Because I'm gonna go do it if I keep
That's
thinking
the,
about it.
you know what, bro? I'm not gonna lie, you said that to me. I can't front.
It gives you the ability to just move forward
yeah, the
and
world's
not
big.
even be mad no more.
I remember I was flying back one day from somewhere and I landed, and as soon as I landed, I was in like, when you're coming back to Philly from like these other places, you're in a great space mentally. And then when you get back into Philly and the streets and shit, you see people, you see things, and you start to remember.
That's
what's
like
really
New York.
fun.
We've been the same way with New
Yeah, you'd
York.
be like, damn, people.
I'm back home.
You got and people, right? So I remember like seeing some kid was like all fucked up walking down the street. And my buddy had picked me up from the airport, and he was like, yo, he was like getting ready to pull over so we could hop out and stroll him in. He's like, I was like, no, dude, I'm not. He's like an ant. Nope, I don't even see him. Nope. And I've been doing that ever since. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing that ever since. I've been just not indulging in as much. You know what I'm saying? I've been not, like, I got off Facebook. Facebook is Facebook with people, because it's just a trap for people to say shit to it, so you start engaging with them. I don't even look at that shit. Everything's a fan page. I engage with the fans who show love. If somebody says some crazy shit, I don't block them. I restrict them, then delete the comment. So now they don't even know that their comments, no one's seen them. They'll talk to you for a year straight.
Thank you.
I'm liking their comments. I'm like, yeah, keep talking to me because nobody sees it. You think they are? Like, it takes so much more. It takes so much more energy for you to go to an app and make a fake phone number and do all this shit, and I just get to keep hitting block.
Yeah.
And I just be laughing like, damn, people are on my dick like so bad.
Thank you.
I'll be like, I can't believe these dudes are taking this much time out of their day.
Yup.
And then it makes me be like, oh man, I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm like, oh, I'm winning. You don't know. I'm like, oh, I'm winning. I'm winning. Oh, I gotta keep doing what I'm doing. Who else don't I fuck with? My block, bro. You wanna see my fucking block list, bro?
Yo, listen. Yo, OT said, yo, y'all two are brothers. Cause y'all be.
Hey, bro, look at this shit, bro.
I just restrict niggas too. I don't block their comment. I just chill.
Nah, listen, no. Fuck all that. There's people out here in Philly and shit, they're waiting for you to be on your Snap somewhere else so they can break into your house. I mean, like, the shit is nasty. Like, it's not, there's no shame in playing defense. You know what I'm saying? There's no shame. You ain't soft for playing defense. You ain't soft for being smart. You know what I'm saying? My block was, I was gonna pull it up. My block is like 500 fucking people. I don't give a fuck. I don't need none of them. You know what I'm saying? They were not spending no bread with me.
What's up with your new project though? You say you got something dropping.
I got a lot, man. I just dropped Desperation in December. You know, that's something that I feel like is gonna go forever, every year. I might drop videos for it next December. You know what I'm saying? It's all me on the project, no features. It's only 6 tracks and 2 skits, and it charted number 10 on Apple Music. Dropped it in the middle of the night out of nowhere, no announcement, no roll. I wanted to see what I could do just off me and my Instagram. So I said, well, what does the best on Instagram? Freestyles in the car. Nothing, not necessarily in the car, but those live off the phone freestyles, they do the pussy, right? So put the beat on, and right before I start rapping, say, new project drops tonight at midnight. Boom, freestyle does like 70,000 on Instagram that night, and 6 songs hit the top 10 on Apple Music, and like 3 stars on the songs.
So you learn to market your own.
I'm learning how powerful.
So
I
you
am.
got your rollout. Didn't I say the same thing about my gram? I be learning how much strength I have too, because I'm just learning that my reach is a little more powerful than I realized that it was my own.
When did you realize your power?
When I just dropped Desperation in December and that shit went.
What made you
10.
take that risk? Was there?
Because I was like, yo, I dropped with stat. I like to feed the people content. And I learned that financially, that's the smartest thing to do. And also it's the funnest thing for me to do. I like to be working. I don't like to not have nothing going on. I late in 2021, I dropped a Green Lantern, and that project dropped in December. But I was doing rollout for that all through January and February. So then a couple months went by, like 6 months went by. Me and Static made a tape, dropped the tape with Static, and I was like, I didn't want to just drop after that because like those tapes were doing real good, and like I didn't want to just drop a tape with miscellaneous producers again. I was like, what do I gotta do? I gotta drop with and I just did Heatmakers before that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Ars, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ars.
And I was like, nah, I just gotta keep putting content out and not necessarily always worry about who made the beat, but like, is the shit fire? Am I making like fire tapes? Can I just throw fucking fireballs out there from just me and they still count? So I dropped No Matter What. When I dropped No Matter What, it hit like number 6 on Apple Music. You know what I'm saying? And I've never hit Billboard yet, so I'll always look to like Apple Music and Spotify to gauge how I'm doing and shit. And No Matter What was miscellaneous producers and shit, but I did a record with Surf, Free Surf, man, Susa, right before he got locked up. We shot the video, and I'm glad we got the work done. Hopefully his situation gets turned better and he gets home. But I got with Surf, did another record with Hardo out in Pittsburgh. Artists that I like, that are moving, but that I like. I don't want to work with like Lil Nas X and them. Like,
I'm actually
no offense to that guy.
I actually be in Pittsburgh a lot, and the hip hop scene is live out there. I'm actually DJing a party out there the 28th of this month.
Yeah, man.
It's lit out there, right now.
Yeah, man. They seem to be, like unified behind their artists out there. Mm-hmm. And Hardo was doing, shout out Pittsburgh, because I was in jail. Dudes were like, yo, you got to get with Hardo, and I got with him. I was like, yo, he was like, yo, people were saying the same thing to me. I was like, for real? I said, I'm coming out there. I'm 4 hours away. I'm on my way. He said, come on.
Yo, did you see that thing that I posted that y'all can now sell your music in the prisons now?
Yeah, that's what I'm crushing it.
Oh, you crushing it?
Yeah, I'm big time. Like, bro.
Okay, so you know about it. Okay, go ahead. Tell me about it. I want to hear this.
Listen, there's major people, like, there's people in like all over the country that are calling me and getting in touch with me through Instagram and shit because I'm on them tablets and there's, so like when you're on the tablets, right, nobody can out promote me. So it's like when COVID happened and everything was closed down, people were paying as attention to my freestyles as they were to these dudes with 100 chains on that are doing 100,000 views on everything, 2 million views. Everybody started to even out during COVID. I don't know if anybody, I noticed it.
Yeah. I didn't know really.
I noticed my shit went up real quick. Like I started to get to the forefront. Maybe it was just timing, but I was like, damn, things are closed down. I don't got the money to be lit. I'm really just the fucking best rapper. That's how I felt. Now there's no lit. There's no stage. There's no clubs with sparklers and name signs.
Everybody's over
here. Everybody's on the fucking field on the same basketball court, and I can ball. So that's how I was like, oh shit. So, I just lost my train of thought.
With the prison.
With the prison, it was like all you are is on a tablet screen. Next to the other guy's project.
But when did they start this shit though?
Bro,
because a dude just hit
I don't
me to
know.
it.
I did it. Listen, Empire.
Because they can buy. They can buy now. They can buy your single. They cannot just stream. They can buy your shit in prison.
So you say
no, there's no stream. They gotta buy it.
They gotta buy it.
So my first tape ever. So that remember I told you that Meek Mill. Remember I told you that Meek Mill shit.
That you supposed to meet. That
we
you
were supposed to be in Keys with
back.
So I had a meeting up at Republic. You know what I'm saying? Mel Carter, because they brought me up there, said I won, brought me a meeting up there, everything went good. And there was like something on the table, and then next thing you know, Empire reached out through Big Breezy and was like, blah, 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 you got a tape ready, you got this, you got that, because I think they seen the traction, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they came through and that was my first deal ever with a distro company and getting an advance and stuff like that for a one-off. And I learned about what a one-off was.
Yeah.
What
they selling in the prisons now?
So all of a sudden, people are writing home like, yo, shit's fire. My brother listens to you every day. And I'm like, what? Oh, well, Empire makes sure that shit gets in the fucking jails, right? So I was like, oh, shit. But now, yeah.
That's where they making their money. I've been trying to figure this shit out.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something.
I've been trying to figure out.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something.
Go
right?
ahead, OT.
There's 27 state prisons in Pennsylvania.
I know, son.
Wow.
I've been figuring. I've been trying to figure. I'm like, where
there's
the fuck are they
100,000
making their
people.
money?
There's a million people out there with tablets, and they want to listen to music, and
And the money's on their books.
and the jails and the money's on their books,
And the money's on their books.
And if they got jobs in the jails giving them money every month.
So prisons is keeping record labels alive.
Yo,
That's some lit shit.
dude told me you can go platinum in prison, and the thing about the prison thing, you can't see it yet. It
doesn't count as
no,
sales?
you can't see it yet.
No, but it's
I'm getting chills.
So
on my arm.
you probably triple
so
platinum.
somebody sat me down the other day and was like, you're selling records, and he kept saying the term selling records to me, and I almost wanted to correct him and be like,
You ain't off prison shit.
yeah. I said, he's like, you're selling records, bro, and I kept saying, I almost stopped because it was just me and him, and I was like, you keep saying I'm selling records.
What am I selling records?
He's like, no, you're selling records, bro. You're streaming like a lot. You're selling records. He's like, if this would have been back in the day, you're selling records right now. And I realized it. Like,
wow.
All this time, that term never hit me. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, everybody hits me up. I fought with, I was with this one company before I had got with Next, and I couldn't really get through to them to get shit onto the tablets. But then when I got with Next Records,
They got it on the tablet.
Next got all my shit on my hat.
yo, I'm
So my
telling
boys
you.
are booked. I'm shouting my boys out. My boys are doing intros. Yo, my boys are on the jail phone. I got my boy rapping on the jail phone, right?
Yeah.
And I'm taking it, using it as an intro and dropping it as a project, and he's listening to himself in the jail. And he's featured. It's on Static. I mean, it's on my Green Lantern album. He's featured from the upstate. Miz, M-I-Z-Z. If you see him on my Green
I
Lantern
want to stream BagFuel in the jails.
Let's go, bro.
Figure it out.
Yo, I can tell you what to do.
Okay.
Tell me.
Say that. Really say that. We keep that.
Everything gotta be edited.
Oh yeah.
That's it. People don't do that. People don't pay the money for double studio time. People don't pay the engineer to double back. Well, that's
Yo,
you.
He does everything.
He's nice.
So
The
just
OT.
spill it. He's one-stop shopping. Spill it.
Edit your shit and make sure you put it down as an edited version. Make sure there's 2 different versions out there. I don't know how a podcast show will work, but I know that with music.
They told me we should
There
put
gotta
out
be
3-minute clips, like 3-minute and
Yes,
20-second
yes,
clips.
yes.
And call.
Yo, 10 minutes.
This is what they told me
Put
to make
editing
money because
parentheses.
people will
Listen.
because they
Radio
will
editing.
buy because now instead of just streaming,
Oh my
they will
God,
buy
what if you
like
just
it's
dropped
an
the tape?
information thing.
What if you just dropped it as a tape? And
Yeah.
you dropped it on the streaming platforms, and even if you didn't want it on the stream, say you just wanted it just in the jails, you dropped it on all the streaming platforms, and then submit it to them, and then if they accept
could
it,
drop an
you
album.
can take it right
You know
up.
what?
We could drop an album
Listen,
with
listen,
clips.
Yes.
Listen,
An album with 3-minute
listen.
clips.
And you don't gotta pay the producer for the beat because
Because we
there's no
are the beat.
You're not listening. Here's the perfect rollout. Listen,
This fucking guy.
this interview right here will be already streaming through Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Don't listen. He already has the fan
Oh, yeah,
base.
yeah.
So
So if
this
I'm on
interview already, because of
Clips
his
in
name,
it.
the algorithm.
Yeah.
Let's hear Nigga, this is a
And then like, you know, it makes a lot of people aware of like what's going on, and then they attack it, and then something
Interesting.
changes, and then the world it changes. It
Because
always
nobody's doing that right now.
It always
like
not
you
a single
said,
person.
Oh, we're attacking the jail. I mean, like I know.
BagFuel. We can put out a whole project, an EP of just 6 pieces of information and call it something, an intro with
and some lit people too mixed in.
and have some lit people
And
mixed in.
you know what it
this
is?
This be OT the real section when we talking about the jails. This be this person's section, that person's section.
Yeah.
Every
Each
time
one
you
is a
drop a
single.
project and you put it up there, and you're just gonna see what it does. You know, it's a rental property that you made. Drop a project, it's a rental property. It might be something that people only pay something small rent in, right? But
Or it might be something that be big.
It'll start off as $100 a month, and then eventually be a couple hundred a month, and you'll be waiting for it to hit 1,000 a month, and all of a sudden, that one tape is a G a month. Like the shit with Empire that I got, that one tape, I get like just under a band a month off that one tape still. Like that's just, and I got like,
Just chilling.
40 tapes.
I got 8 albums, in the past 3 years, I got 8 albums and 4 EPs on the
So
platform.
there go the math right there.
That's 12 projects.
12 projects. So dilute it down and give yourself a little bit, you're still getting somewhere between 5, 10 G's, you know what I'm saying?
In America, chilling, sleeping.
Yep, and then you gotta move around and shake and bake.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To you gotta show your face, but that's what you were talking about, that route I'm taking, that I didn't, I just, I'm still learning it. I'm still learning it. I still want the budget back. I would have fucked that up back then.
I understand.
You wouldn't have let that.
But that,
No, he
no.
wouldn't have let you.
But listen,
He'd have been like,
Where you going? OT, no wait.
But he could have got mad at me for that. You know what I'm
People
saying?
always have falling outs 'cause
people
of
get
shit too,
people.
yeah.
That's the number one reason why a manager falls out with their talent. Because they're telling them not to spend something.
Yep.
They're telling them not to spend on a girl or their family or don't take a trip because you really don't have it. You're hating. You're getting on my nerves. You're taking me out my vibe.
You slowing down my career.
I can't fuck with this nigga.
Holding
He don't
me back.
understand me. He's holding me back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that be the number one thing.
Stuff.
And all the managers trying to do is say, like you know now, there is no retirement plan.
Yeah.
That money could not last for a long time. Me as a manager, I can spend and find somebody else. You have one career.
I am me.
That's it.
That's right.
Yeah, that's until until you see that as the artist, you realize that you gotta be self-aware. You can't just be living how you want. You can't be seeing how you want to see. You gotta see it how it is. And you start to get older, and you start to see shit, and you know your bank gets right, and then you might see somebody, and then you can just change. You can slowly change position into, you know what I'm saying? But all your relationships become their relationships. Like I said, I'm gonna be a bad motherfucker when I'm an old man, man. I'm gonna be a bad motherfucker.
Listen, I love it.
Right now, it's grind season. I feel like there's a lot of parts in movies that get written for people that are me, and they struggle to find actors to play them. You know what I mean? So I feel like all that's coming.
You should put that out more on your, at least a little bit on your gram, because that's where you market and you promote yourself. So if you're seeing people doing stuff that you can do, OT, I would be remiss to not tell you to showcase the other side of your talent.
I think if he promotes his acting the way he does with his music, he will be on some high-end Netflix show within 9 months, effortlessly. And I'm not saying
It might
that.
be time for that.
Huh?
It might be time for that.
And I'm not saying that as lip service. I
No.
That
watch
might
a lot
be where
of shows.
you get your budget from for your music. Your music could have a bigger impact in movies and
But one movie could be the bigger bag.
He could be in
than anything else.
BMF easily. He can be in Raising Canaan easily, bro. Like easily.
Yeah, I mean, they're fucking starting to make fucking movies about fucking guys I fucked with in fucking street.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, look at how they had White Boy Rick in the BMF documentary, right? They could have had him as a bigger part in the whole show. And it would have fit, because White Boy Rick right now looks like him, but is bald-headed.
Yeah.
No,
It all works.
Yeah, there's constantly doors opening, and like I said, it's about staying alive and staying out here and staying moving and staying in tune and still dropping. But now, like I think that it's about moving around for me, and you're gonna see a lot more movement from me towards the end of this year and into next year. It's gonna be a lot of movement. I'm gonna be gone.
Do you ever get tired? How's your health? Do you work out to keep going on?
Yeah. Like I still bust out little, 50, 20 fucking push-ups every little chance I get and little shit like that. But I ain't in the gym.
You
like
ain't
that.
in the gym and all that?
No, I'm with my kids, man, a lot, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'll be with them and I'll be writing. You got, like, being a dad as a rapper and as a writer, it kind of is easy, because like I'm literally sitting there and I'm writing all day, man. I mean, I write scripts, I'm writing ideas out, I'm writing business plans, I'm writing fucking, I'm just in my notes all day, making sure they're straight. Like, I'm working even when I'm home, you know what I'm saying? So I think now though it's time to hit these other countries.
What country you're excited to hit? Because when you spoke about Benny, going on tour.
Ireland, England.
I'm about to say London.
Yeah.
You're gonna have fun in London.
Amsterdam.
Yeah. I really want to do Canada.
Well, Canada.
Shout out my dog Mercules. Got me.
They'll love him in Vancouver,
I love Canada.
Toronto, and Montreal.
I'm huge in Canada too, pause.
Word.
Yeah, I'm ginormous in Canada, pause. Especially Toronto. I just was up there for the fest. And me and my wife, I couldn't even take 2 steps without motherfuckers knowing me.
You'd have fun in Toronto, bro.
Oh my God, I love it.
You ever been there?
Nah, I gotta work.
They don't let you in because you got the felony.
A lot.
Yeah.
I got like 6 in 3 different states convictions. So
3 different states.
yeah, but it's like, when I was
You OT for real, nigga.
Yes, he's OT for real.
when you're young and you know you're going to jail, if you don't try to fix nothing, you just keep running and gunning, and you just keep lighting shit up, and then all of a sudden,
You
once
get
you
caught
get
for
once you
one.
get grabbed up, it all hits you. You're like,
Oh, I got 3 charges from 3 different
next thing you know, you're in CFCF in Philly, rapping, battling people, getting stabbed in the face.
Don't you think it's poetic justice that earlier when you was talking to us, you was like the guards would like chill with the rapping, and now
'Cause they were like rednecks, and if I would have been a black dude, they would have talked crazy to me. Because I was white, they tried to like,
It was nicer to
they
you.
tried to fill me up. But then when they heard me talk, and they were like, yo, listen, no more rapping in the yard. You're going, oh, you hear me, boy? I was like, yeah.
now they're hearing your music through the tablets now.
Yeah, now, yo, they
That's-
are.
that's a
and
great-
and like, I waited till I maxed out, but like I found them all on Facebook and shit and was like, you fucking pussy and shit. And the guards up, like, I'm like, how you like me now? You know what I'm saying? Because they can't really do nothing to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one can touch me, I'm maxed out. So like, but like some of them, so I've had guards hit me too that I was like, guards that were like not bad dudes and shit. And they'd be like, yo,
I see you.
I see you on the thing, and I just send them like a thumbs up thing. I don't really want to fuck with them, you know what I'm saying?
I
But
got you.
send them a little thumbs up, like, yep, okay, cool, thank you. Yep, And now I go into like schools and shit in Philly. I've been to like a couple different schools and talked to kids, and explain to them this shit, like how this shit is and what what they're looking at. You want to like, you want to scare people. You just tell them the facts. When you try to explain it to them and shit, it sounds like you're trying to persuade them. So like, you go in there and be like, yo, my buddy just got caught with 2,000 fentanyl pills and he just got 40 years. And the kids are like, holy shit. And the kids are like, holy shit, 40 fucking years. Like, and I'm like, yep. And that's the end. There's no like, how do you feel about it? There's none of that. I just explained to them, like, what did you do? The kids will always try to get me to like talk about stuff I did. And I'm such a sociopath. I divert that right away. I'm like, well, listen, let's talk about, you know what I mean? I don't let them get, but I like to explain to the kids because like when I was a kid, if somebody would have came and laid it out for me, what I was getting into, I would have made a lot more better decisions, man. You know what I'm saying? So I like going in there and talking to them kids in Philly, man. Them schools, it's tough in there, man.
I got one more question for
too.
you, and that's it. This is off the grid. This ain't no business.
Yeah.
In the Young Thug case, right? They didn't have 8-10 people come out and snitch.
My buddy made a thing that said,
Okay.
OT the Real takes plea in YSL case. I saw my post this shit,
but-
saying everybody in the whole world is taking a deal.
Yo, but they
Kanye
got
just
a
took
deal. Yo,
Kanye just took a deal.
everybody took a deal, right? And it's been on the tabloids that the only person that didn't speak out against Young Thug has been YFN Lucci, his op. They asked his op to
How
come testify.
how long's he been in jail for?
YFN been in jail for a while.
Right, so
yeah.
listen, so his head is on straight.
Oh, you heard? So
So he knows better.
YFN,
Hold on. What you mean his head is on straight? And
I
he
mean,
knows-
like, if you're out here in the streets and you got, you're getting all the pussy in the world and you're eating how you want to eat, you're smoking crazy and all that shit, and then someone's coming and taking that from you, these guys are a little loose, they're withdrawing from drugs, they're ready to go home, they're ready to fucking take a deal. He's taking a deal, I'm taking a deal, that's it. But then you got somebody like Lucci who understands that he's fighting a body and he knows that he can't have no rat tag on him. Young Thug going to jail is not gonna help fucking Lucci's case. He got a whole nother case. So why is he gonna put a rat emblem on himself? No, he's gonna stand tall. You know what I'm saying? So he has to stand tall. He don't have a choice. Was he gonna rat and still fucking do life? He's got a whole nother case he gotta fight.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know them cats, and I'm not offering my.
That's why I'm
Since
asking
you asked,
you.
Since
That's
you
why I'm
asked,
asking you.
yeah, all them cats who took deals, they're all rats for life. They're rats. It's over. But I don't know, because now the culture is shifting. Like when I say culture, like the hip hop culture is shifting, because there's a lot of people in these comments now that are like, well, I still like his music, and I don't think it's rat. And so now there's starting to be that. There's starting to be that you know what, the one guy, he ran around for a while and was like,
Yeah.
But now people are gonna still listen to Gunna and, a lot of dudes tell
It
him move
seemed
down to
like
Atlanta.
it seemed like gonna go.
You don't think this is a bigger plan for the group itself? Like, let's get the money out of jail. So let's all confess to our shit. He's still saying he doesn't know nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
So it's like Let these dudes be the thugs. Let him be the entertainer.
I hear you, but you know they're not letting the offensive line out of jail and keeping Aaron Rodgers locked up. If Aaron Rodgers don't come home, the offensive line, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't got nothing else to say.
Oh, you dead in my question,
You
bro.
ain't got nothing to say.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yo, listen, BagFuel, like, subscribe, comment, super thanks. I want to say thank you to OT The Real from coming down here from Philly.
No doubt,
We
bro.
actually about to do an 8-bar clip with him, which y'all going to see later.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And we just going to be getting to it. BagFuel, we just starting 2023. Let's go.
Go.